Start.
All right. Welcome to PCC at PTV. I am your host and your 2019-2020 Stand-Up Club President, Vernon Macklin.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Every other Thursday, I believe, we will have a 30-minute slot for me to interview comedians, and then they'll do a set. Tonight, I have the 2019-2020 E-Board with me. Starting right here to my left is David of Brooklyn, our next treasurer. To his left is our next vice president, Alex Marianopoulos. And to her left is our next secretary, Josh Brown. Fuck, Josh Moore. So sorry. He's a great guy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this show has tried to be made many a time, but it could not be made because of incompetence. But I, Vernon, have finally made this show. Fuck you, Ian. Are you happy, Julia? I said that because Julia told me to, or she did not tell me to.
Is this someone like real television?
All right, our first question. Why you gotta be a dick? I'm joking. I
No one
love
tells
you.
them to go fuck themselves on television.
Have
I
you
thought
ever-
the whole thing was we pretend it's real TV.
This is real TV. Have you seen HBO at night?
No.
Watch it. It's a lot of
Okay.
cursing. Have you seen John Oliver? It's real TV and he curses.
John Oliver's pretty good. I'm sorry, before I start, I should say I don't really have an opinion on anything.
All right.
Everything's just pretty good to me.
If I die, he murdered me. So our first question. I just want to. How did you guys get into comedy? We'll start with David.
I went to the club for the first time last semester, and it was a lot of fun. And I didn't do my first set until this semester, and that was fun. But it's blown up a lot in the last semester. Like now, there's a lot more people coming, and it's a lot bigger, and I think it's going good places.
Well, when I was 18, I was still living in DC, and I started going to the comedy clubs there, and most of them were lenient. Some of them would try to card you at the door even if you weren't like drinking or anything. So my dad actually got me a fake ID for my 19th birthday so I could go perform, and I started doing comedy when I was 19 and found it here at Purchase.
I did a couple stand-up sets, but they were like stand-up and poems. But that was like in high school, and I did one set here at Purchase. That was also pretty good. Yeah, so I'm excited about this. It feels like a big stride forward for me.
What made you guys run, and what do you plan on doing next year? What do you think will happen?
I've always been interested in like financing and things like that. And then when they announced the treasurer, there was a long pause and nobody raised their hand. It went on for like about a minute, and then I was just like, okay, I guess I could do this. So I raised my hand. I was like, okay, it sounds fun.
Very enthusiastic. Well, it's John. Alex.
I love the comedy club. It is one of the best parts of my week. I love hearing everybody's material and being able to provide feedback and getting feedback for my own material. I think it's a cool opportunity, and I hope that we can find more opportunities to perform and maybe get some people out to some open mics in White Plains, Pleasantville, all those areas.
Yeah, I love the comedy club and what it aims to do to make people laugh. And so, as a PR guy, I really wanted to be PR.
PR.
They called it a secretary, but it's like it's not a big deal. I'm just happy to be a part of it. You know, it's really dope. Like I've had some experience with like being funny, and then also like speaking. So like, you know, I can maybe put shows together.
Who do you think is the funniest person in the club?
Let's start with me.
David.
Two things. One, I'm really bad with names, so if I knew that, I couldn't really tell you. So I'm gonna say Vernon. I think Vernon's the funniest person in the comedy
I
club.
think that's the right answer. I think you took too long to get there. Alex.
Close call. Definitely Vernon.
Josh.
I think I'm pretty funny.
I didn't ask how funny you thought you were. I asked who's the funniest person in the
Yeah, I know.
crowd. I still don't feel like I got an answer.
I don't know. I feel like laughs per minute, I put those numbers up there.
But your minutes are pretty low, so.
Yeah.
But it's always a good minute.
I feel like you said that before. No? Alright, cool. So your answer.
What's the question?
Who's the funniest person in the club?
Oh yeah, Dana Kirk. Not Vernon Macklin.
Fun fact, me and Dana Kirk are in a short film together that we're shooting next week. Or the week, some week. Some week coming up soon. I've read the script once.
Well, I would hope if it's like a funny part that Dana has it, right?
We're
So she is pretty funny.
it's a comedy short film, so I think the script is funny, and we're all characters that are funny, and we're both in it, and I have more lines.
Vernon, I'm just fucking with you.
I feel like you're not. I'm feeling personally attacked right now.
Sometimes I just forget how many layers of irony I'm on. I forget where I am in the conversation. I'm like, am I taking this seriously? Am I not taking this seriously?
That's so ridiculous, and I believe every word of it.
I don't know.
Oh man. All right. I think that's enough questions. I think we can get into the comedy part of the show. So first off, we're gonna have Josh perform a little set, then David here, and then depending on how I'm feeling in the next 10 minutes, I'll probably do a set. But yeah, let's get this thing started. We're gonna move the chairs, and
Move the shit out of those fucking chairs. I came here for the chair moving actually. Ceremony.
Wait, I'm sorry. Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. This is so weird and not, like, I don't know. I thought, I practiced holding a microphone before I came here. But it was for nothing. Well, it's okay. I have some jokes. It's like I'm being judged by like a jury of my own people. Like it's like you get to hang me if this goes badly. It's like 12 people.
Alright, so here you go. It's a little sticky.
Yeah, so Subway subculture, Subway conventions, that would be a subculture. It's not really a joke. I think bestiality is kind of like fucked up if you be like online jacking off to like cartoon wolves. I think like technically you're allowed to do it, but it could be a gateway to real dog fucking, which is really something we should be worried about. I'm a big supporter of minor safety. It's a dangerous job. I'm talking about Bitcoin miner safety, with the computers and the coins. Yeah, so here's a true story. When I was in first grade, I had a teacher and she was like, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I was like, I want to be a Bitcoin miner. And she was like, really? In 2007? And I was like, oh shit, that doesn't really make sense. I don't know, I guess I'll be a media studies major at SUNY Purchase. I'm like, weird, it's specific. I'm like, yeah, but I think I'll get there. And I did. I'm actually a media studies major at SUNY Purchase. Yeah, so I'm just like a Bitcoin enthusiast / comedian. That's a set.
Thank you for holding this weirdly. Up next, performing a show of the comedic variety is David of Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeet.
Hello? Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, here we go. I have a sneaking suspicion that whoever came up with the word dyslexia hated dyslexic people. Like, let's get a learning disability that's characterized by a difficulty spelling and let's make that word impossible for those people to ever spell. I have dyslexia, and I feel like people without dyslexia take the English language for granted because there are so many words that just like fuck me up on a daily basis. Like, I'll give you 2 hard ones off the bat. Like the words 1 and 2. First of all, they're pronounced 1 and 2. They're spelled own and two. Like, there was one day I just gave up on being grammatically correct, and I just went into like a bagel shop, and the guy asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I can't decide if I want un or two bagels. Fuck, I lost my place. I'm back. I know, I want a Sinaiman Razin bagel. Oh, and finally an onion bagel. And then he said, I'm sorry, I don't speak Yiddish. Spelling is just something I'm not really good at. And one of my biggest fears, aside from being on PTV, is being in a spelling bee against second graders. Those high IQ second graders could probably beat me in 4-letter words, definitely beat me in 5-letter words, and fucking eradicate me in 6-letter words. Like, I can imagine this whole situation where the judges just ask me a 6-letter word, they're like, okay, spell the word writer. And I'm like, in what context? The writer context. Like, writer as in, I'm more right-handed than my friend, I'm more correct than my friend. The writer context. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. W-R-I-G-H-T-E-R. And like, no, that's wrong. W-R-I-T-E-R. No, that's wrong. Wait, fuck, no, that's right. Wait, no, that's wrong. Got to R-I-T-E-R. Like, none of those words are 6 letters. Writer. Writer. W-H-I-T-E-R. That's 6 letters, but you're wrong. Funny thing about that, it's not funny, but also, when the process of looking it up, just to be sure that there wasn't more than one word of writer, I Googled writer. And then I found something really interesting. I found Writer, the dating site for those who can't get laid because of their love of Trump. And the description is, Writer is meant for those people who support the president. Liberals may get sued if they try to join. And I'm a little liberal and I really want to join Writer and just get a date and not mention anything about Trump. And then just like go there wearing a MAGA hat. And then just halfway through be like, you know what? I actually really don't like Trump. The person would be like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm secretly liberal. And then I tear off my MAGA hat. And underneath is like a Bernie 2020 hat. And I just run away and get sued because they don't like liberals. Okay, that's my set.
This isn't working. I knew that before I came up here. So I'm a good joker too. How's life going for everyone?
It's okay.
Could you speak
Good.
up like a
A
little
little
bit?
louder.
Oh, how is life going for everyone?
Dude, I don't even care.
Good.
Like about life or like what I'm saying?
I have a test, dude.
If I look into your eyes, I see like despair. Do you want like some chocolate? I don't know what I should offer you. Probably couldn't get it for you, bro. But I don't know. How are everyone's classes going besides Josh?
Good. Yeah.
I'm in a class with him, so it's going the same way.
Everyone else said good, so I'm gonna say that's a Josh thing. You might be bringing your entire class down.
It doesn't have to be about me all the time.
It doesn't.
You somehow make it that. But I love you.
I don't try.
Weed is fun. I'm not on it right now. There was one time though where I was outside and someone was like, let's smoke a gravity bomb. And I didn't know what that was. So when this gentleman came outside with a Coca-Cola bottle full of water, I was a little confused. And then I looked at the top and saw that it was a little aluminum foil there, and I was like, oh, they're smoking crack. And mama ain't raised no bitch, so I was smoking crack. But turns out it was weed. I'm not a crackhead. And we smoked it, and I'm thinking it's a Coca-Cola bottle. I'm not getting that high. I got that high. I was so high that I thought I was a Coca-Cola bottle. One of my friends just like tapped me on my shoulder, and I was like, oh shit, I'm about to spill. Everyone else was very confused. As was I. I was so high once that I had a sense of location, but no sense of direction. And I was very firm in that belief, and there was a really weird emotional state on J Street by the laundry thing. I get so high sometimes I have a thought that I can't say at the moment, so I take it out of my mind and just let it ruminate in the air. And then when it's ready, I put it back. I think those are all my weed jokes. I'm gonna leave you with this one that I haven't decided on yet. And I'm going to decide as soon as I finish speaking. And for some reason, I still haven't thought about it. Okay. Blackface. Not okay. Not okay. But as I was leaving the Theater Histories 2 class, where we talked about blackface for an hour and a half, a black friend of mine taps me on my shoulders, looks me in my eyes and says, not to be an Uncle Tom or anything, but the only acceptable blackface is Tropic Thunder. To which I replied, black man, you're goddamn right. Iron Man is the greatest black man in cinema history. That's my set, that's the show. Next time I won't be in this state of mind. It was a weird double booking thing, thanks to Julia Koifman and Alana Marcus that can't hear me because there's no audio here. But thank you, that's the show, thanks.